Before we begin, a quick note. This channel shares anonymous confessions and original story adaptations. These are stories about real emotions, difficult choices, and consequences that don't disappear overnight. Today's story is about trust, about loyalty, and about the moment I realized that protecting someone I loved might slowly destroy both of us. At first, nothing felt dangerous. Nothing felt urgent. Everything looked normal. But looking back now, the warning signs were always there. I just didn't want to see them. I grew up in a small town where everyone knew each other. Names, routines, families. The kind of place where people believe nothing truly bad can happen because someone would notice. My cousin Daniel and I were raised almost like brothers. We were only a year apart. Same school, same friends, same weekends. Our parents trusted us completely. Daniel was quiet, calm, responsible. Teachers liked him. Adults respected him. People often said he was mature for his age. And because of that, no one ever questioned him, including me. When you grow up with someone like that, you stop imagining they could ever make a serious mistake. Things started to change during our final year of high school. Slowly, quietly. Daniel became distant, not rude, just unavailable. He stopped answering messages right away. He avoided group hangouts. When I asked what was wrong, he blamed stress, exams, the future. That explanation felt reasonable. Everyone was under pressure, but small details began to stand out. He carried two phones. One of them was always on silent. He stepped outside to take calls, even in the middle of conversations. Sometimes I noticed him staring at his screen with a look that didn't match the situation. Fear, tension. When I asked about it, he smiled and said it was nothing. I believed him, because believing was easier. One evening, Daniel asked me to lie for him. He said he needed to handle something important. He asked me to tell his parents he was staying late at school. We had done that before. It didn't feel unusual, but this time felt different. He was tense, distracted. Before leaving, he stopped and looked at me seriously. Then he said something I still remember clearly. "If anyone asks, you didn't see me tonight." That sentence stayed with me. Later that night, I saw a post in a local community group. Someone reported suspicious activity near an abandoned warehouse. Police lights, questioning, no details. The timing was too perfect. That was the first time fear settled in. After that night, I couldn't stop paying attention. Daniel looked exhausted. He lost weight. He jumped every time his phone buzzed. He started checking over his shoulder in public. One night, I overheard him arguing quietly on the phone. His voice was low, sharp, and desperate. He kept repeating the same sentence. "I told you I'm done." Over and over. That's when it became clear this wasn't stress. This wasn't normal teenage problems. Something had pulled him in. And it wasn't letting go. I didn't want to know the truth. Because once you know, you're responsible for what you do next. Eventually, I confronted him. Late at night, when the house was quiet, I told Daniel I was worried. I said I could tell he was hiding something serious. I said I didn't care what it was. I just didn't want him dealing with it alone. At first, he denied everything. Then he went silent. Finally, he sat down and covered his face with his hands. And he told me the truth. He had gotten involved with the wrong people online. What started as easy money turned into pressure, threats, fear. They knew where he lived. They knew our family. Every attempt to leave made things worse. Listening to him didn't feel real. The person in front of me didn't match the cousin I thought I knew. But it was still him. Daniel begged me not to tell anyone. He said our parents would never forgive him. He said involving authorities would only make things more dangerous. I was torn. Protecting him meant lying. Telling the truth meant risking everything. For days, I barely slept. Every notification made my heart race. I realized something painful. Keeping his secret wasn't protecting him. It was protecting the problem, and it was slowly destroying me. In the end, I told our parents. It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made. There was anger, shock, tears, long conversations late into the night. But there was also relief. With support, professionals got involved. Daniel faced consequences. Not the ones he feared, the ones he needed. The situation didn't disappear overnight, But it stopped controlling our lives. Our relationship changed forever. We're not as close as before, but we're honest now. And sometimes that's the only way forward. Looking back, I understand how easy it is to ignore warning signs when they come from someone you trust. Secrets don't always begin with bad intentions, but the longer they stay hidden, the heavier they become. This experience taught me that loyalty doesn't always mean silence. Sometimes telling the truth is the only way to truly help someone, even if it hurts. Have you ever been in a situation where protecting someone meant risking everything else? Do you believe telling the truth is always the right choice? Share your thoughts in the comments.